Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Panther Live, Belgrade Wrestling Senior Night. We're currently picking up action where our three seniors are being introduced. Not a great view of that. We'll get the Panther out of the way here in a second when we are ready to go into wrestling. Here with Pat Lupton, former coach for the Belgrade Panthers. Welcome tonight. What's your take on this match tonight?
Well, from just looking at it on paper, it looks like Hardin's team is down in numbers right now. We're not having much of a JV turnout at all for them tonight. I count 10 kids on their bench, so it should be. It's always a good matchup, though. Seemed like last year when we were doing this, it was a good matchup. I know that they've got one of the bigger heavyweights in the entire division, so that'll be good to see him wrestle. And then, of course, we've got some kids that are having some really good seasons. Always fun to watch John Mears wrestle. We've got 3 seniors tonight wrestling, so should be a great night. A lot of energy from those seniors, especially. Hopefully get out there and lead the way for the Panthers to have a solid performance tonight. We've got the little guys out on the mat right now, which is always great to see, the upcoming crew of Belgrade Panther wrestlers.
Absolutely. They had sign-ups tonight. We try to do that every year at a match and get those kids here. So got some good numbers there too. So we got a little warm-up going on here. We'll be clearing it, like I said, we'll be getting the Panther head out of the way so we can see the mat when the action ensues. We are about 10 minutes away from action, but like Pat said, Hardin always comes in tough and they're scrappy. In the last 5 years they had some coaching changes, which has been a positive. They've had some great numbers and some great teams. I believe earning some hardware in the last few years. But it does look like numbers-wise they're down, but we'll see quality-wise what that translates to. We try to do this match every year as both teams head over to the Tom LaProuse on Friday and Saturday at Bozeman High School, which is always a great tournament.
Yeah, that'll be good to see. If you're a wrestling fan, it's definitely worth getting over there at the very least for the finals at Tom LaProuse. You've got kids wrestling at Tom LaProuse from all the divisions, so it's a great opportunity to get to see some of the better wrestlers at the various weights throughout the state. Looks like the Panther is moving out of our way.
Excellent. There we go. There we go, and we should be getting to it pretty soon. We'll do our national anthem here shortly, and we will sign back in once that happens. And welcome back. We have our cheerleaders in color guard presenting colors, so we will listen to the national anthem and then we will get to action. Excellent. Well, not sure if that's accurate, but it looks like we might be starting at 145.
We are.
Excellent. So they drew, and we'll be at 145 starting in the middle of the pack, which that looks like will be Jace Guptill for Hardin versus Coulter Lindsay for Belgrade. Coulter's a freshman. I'm not sure. Do you know if he wrestled much in middle school?
I don't know. I recognize the name as a middle school coach. I recognize the name, but I wouldn't be able to tell you much about how he did in middle school or anything like that.
We're going to go ahead and get a face-off in,
Yep.
and then we'll get started to the action.
I didn't know.
And we are back. We're about to start action here. Looks like captains might be stepping out. Get the coin toss, see who shows and who's choosing.
Yeah, Belgrade coaching staff getting the guys together. We got really solid coaching staff, a lot of experience out there. A couple of college experienced assistant coaches backing up Coach Delwo. So that really brings some support to the team and development for the kids. It's great to see that in the program.
You got some former wrestlers down there too. That's fun to see. You got Dale Meyer and Erica Maya down there. I believe Dale had his senior season cut short by an injury, but Eric was a state qualifier last year.
Yeah,
he was fun to watch. He was a tough wrestler. Had a
yeah, he
huge heart.
was. Yeah, a lot of heart. Of course, we've got all kinds of community members and teachers out there in the crowd. I see the Belgrade baseball program head coach and head football coach here at the high school's got a kid on the team, Coach Kinneman. So there's a lot of folks out in the crowd that are involved in our community and supporting the community. So it's great to see them here tonight to support the Belgrade wrestling team.
Absolutely, that's fantastic. Got the new bleachers in. I guess we can't see that on Panther Live, but
yeah, they're looking good.
Yeah.
I didn't know that we had that addition.
Yeah,
it's looking real good.
A lot of renovations and things going around the high school, so that's it's a work in progress, but it'll be nice once everything's completed.
We even had our trainer, Coach Hoskins. Mr. Hoskins was helping out the referee tonight, trying to put him back in order. So
well, yeah, we're working him out pre-match.
Yeah.
All right, and we're about to get to action here. Again, we have Jace Guptill for Hardin and Coulter Lindsley for Belgrade. So these guys going at it. Nice head snap. Good front. Ooh, good defense.
Lindsay's got to work out of that. You go.
Good. But he's fighting. He's fighting.
Yeah, Lindsay's got to get long there. There we go.
Got two. No near fall awarded. But he was close to locking that near cradle up.
Working to build up his base, but he's running that far side cradle again this time.
Yeah, I was in the room a little bit ago, and we were working some cradle defense with the bigger guys with Coach Jacobson. It's easy to say just grab a hand and don't let them lock it up when you're standing up here, but when you're down on the mat, and that happens, it's
there we go.
Not always that easy.
Right. Got it locked up. You got to really fight here to get your shoulder off the mat.
And that's a tough spot to be because you want to arch your back and put those shoulders on the mat to get out of that.
Yeah.
Tough one.
That's a tough match.
And I think that's what we're going to see from Hardin, some pretty good solid fundamentals. I'm sure they've got some new guys just like we do, and some young guys that will come in and are a little outmanned physically, even though they may have some skills. So I think it's just going to be the way things match up tonight is probably what's going to decide the final.
Yeah, absolutely. When you get low in numbers at these smaller schools, quite often you've got some of your best wrestlers out there, it seems like. So this will be a great match. John Mears is having a solid season. Really works his tail off in the off season.
Yeah, he's a year-round wrestler. He also plays football, but wrestling's his sport. And I'll tell you the thing I love about John is there is zero space in there.
Yeah,
it is. He might be one of the coming from out of state, I'd seen some pretty solid high school wrestlers that transferred or transitioned over to college pretty well. And John looks physically as good as anybody I've ever seen on that top ride.
Just fundamentally a position wrestler and sticks with the fundamentals. There's not a lot of flash and junk. He's just really fundamentally sound wrestler. And like you're saying, Bert, when you get at the college level, the Olympic level, that's the kind of wrestling that occurs. Is position and fundamentals become the most important. And that's second time now that he's really gotten in deep on a shot. Looks pretty in control of this match.
Absolutely. And something about John and I could say even about the Deegans when they were here. they'd never felt uncomfortable anywhere on the mat.
Right.
Any position, they're comfortable.
Yep.
Top, bottom, even if they found themselves on their back, they stayed in control or in control of themselves and would fight.
Yeah.
In that position.
Which comes from years of confidence being built up on the mat, that's for sure. And we're looking right now to get a fall here. I mean, he's got that cradle, had it locked up, but definitely taking control of this match pretty handily.
Yeah.
Working that arm out of there again.
Going for that bar.
Just keeping his hips tight, working him over, and that could be the end of her there.
Yeah. Unless you've been in that position that the Hardin wrestler was in, you just don't know. But it's tight and it's uncomfortable.
Yeah, and that kid John Mears sure does bring a grip to the match. That's for sure. When he grabs onto you, you know that you're being attacked.
And here we go, Gabe Lynn, one of our seniors. He's been riddled with some injuries this year. I believe he had a shoulder injury early on, and he'll be taking on
Connor Schwind.
Connor Schwind.
We're 160 here.
Schwind in a great double leg, split the middle there. That leg. Gabe got out of there without giving up any near fall. That was good. Looks like Miss Mears, one of our teachers and John's mom, just got here a moment too late.
Yeah,
She was here to see that.
So
Schwind, man, he's got a tight waist in there. That was good.
Yeah, Lynn's working back up to that base. There we go. There's some good hand control.
Nice.
There we go.
Nice job. Oh, that was good. Got a good floor here. Keep moving. Got to free that arm. A good scramble. Yeah, and Gabe's got a younger brother. Wrestled. Still wrestles. I believe he's an 8th grader this year.
Okay.
I remember when I was coaching, I'd always see his younger brother in the little guy camps at the end of the year. So he's got some experience. So
he's got a practice dummy at home.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, as we can see, we're 3 matches in, but we can see that Hardin certainly does like cradle series.
Yeah, they do. They're running that cradle near side, far side, both. And Lynn, it seems to be doing a great job of defending those hands, and there we go. Turns into it, gets a reversal.
Got to get on those hips.
Ties it up here. Yep, a little bit loose there. Gives up the escape. Comes right back on the attack. Yeah.
Well, that was just a good re-attack.
Yeah.
Bottom line there.
Yep.
So
Schwind comes right back at him.
Got that cross wrist, and that's
hits a takedown.
He's been nearing position for near fall. There it goes, starting to count. Nope.
Sometimes you get stuck in a position like that, and your best option is just to fly it off your back. Schwind doing everything he can to not give up a fall, but we're having a hard time getting out of near fall position. All right, we'll save by the bell there a little bit.
Yeah, still give us some near fall, but heading in the second period with a score of 8-2.
Yeah, team score 6-6, so this actually becomes a factor in the overall team score, that's for sure, with this tied up team-wise. Not a whole lot of open matches tonight for either team. So here we go. Hardin on top. Lynn works up to his stand-up, brought back down to the mat. Schwind has got the armbar in there, turning him, look like a near fall count. Yeah. Now Lynn's really got to work.
Yeah.
Now we're looking at a 9-point deficit. And as far as the team point situation is considered, everything he can do now to not give up a fall saves team's points, that's for sure. Minute 14 in this period, on our back. Lynn's working, and if he can work to avoid giving up the fall, that's a big deal for the team.
That is a big deal for the team. That's a tough spot to be in.
Yeah, there it goes.
There it goes.
Well, Schwind came at him, brought the attack.
And Gabe Fault, that was a good one. Like I said, I don't know that he's seen a ton of mat time this year. He's been riddled with some injury. I know it was shoulder. And here comes Kevin Aiken. Kevin Aiken's been around for a while. He was a senior, but I mean, he's been around the Belgrade wrestling for a while.
I think
lots of skills.
He may have grown a foot since he started this program.
Yeah, I probably outweigh Kevin by 50 pounds, but we're almost the same height, so it was weird. I rolled around with him a few times just before Christmas break, and it was fun. But man, he's got some length.
Wow, that was great. So nice single leg by the Hardin kid, takes him down, but then Aiken goes right into a Granby and almost makes it happen.
And you can see just right there, Aiken's definitely got some height on him. That might come into play if depending on where we get here.
Yeah. Hardin does run that cradle series. They're working that far side cradle off
Kevin
the top
did a good
a lot.
job there, getting hand control.
Yep, puts it over his head, working up.
Coach Delwo.
Yelling for him to stand up with that inside leg, not the outside leg. There we go.
There we go.
Nice.
Nice job, Kevin.
Took that hand,
right
put it on the
into a
mat.
tilt.
Yeah, right. Great.
Well done.
Working that cross wrist.
There we go.
Yep.
Oh, he's got a ball and chain locked up there.
Yep. Trying to work him into near fall position here. Got to be careful here to keep your hips up.
That's a tough spot to be in for a guy with some legs, You just keep stretching your body, but man, you got an extra foot of height. It's tough.
Valid good. There we go. We got some.
There we go.
There's our near fall. So 4-2 now.
Run that recoil half, see if we can get a turn, but he got him broken on that spiral half.
Yeah, Aiken's working tough on top, really keeping control of an arm or keeping that pressure on the Hardin kid, keeping him on the mat. Awful hard to get an escape or a reversal for Greenfield when he's down on the mat the whole time. There we go. That was a nice comeback for Aiken.
That was. To be honest with you, I think, sometimes you get that early shot and they'll surprise somebody. We'll still see how this unfolds. It's been a pretty even match, but I think Kevin wanted to feel it out a little bit, and Greenfield just wanted to shoot. And get in there, and that's sometimes better. Yeah,
so Greenfield deferred. Aiken chooses down. It's great. We already had a reversal. Moving right off the whistle. Yeah. Nice sit.
They're good sit-out stuff into a Peterson. I was in one time where they were working that stuff. Man, in high school, you find yourself in that position so often, and that could be, you get in that position, you utilize it. It could be 5 points to a pin.
There it is. Aiken's working that hand control. Yeah, that Peterson.
He just did a
there it is.
There it was.
There it is.
Switch those hips a little bit, but good job. Base it back up and still got to move.
He's setting it up right now. There it is. There it is. Right there.
Nice.
Sit back.
Awesome.
Nice. Now he can just straighten out that arm. Sit on it. That's great. We got a reversal there. A couple of near fall.
That's great. Yeah, Coach Carpenter was putting, fine-tuning some of that technique the day I was in. I am a huge.
There we go.
That's tough.
Hardin rolls right into it.
And the fall. Good job, Kevin. That's going to even the team score up. But yeah, I'm a big component in some of that, Granby school stuff and sit-outs and Peterson.
Yeah, just that constant body movement on the bottom. There's just, if you can create some separation, there are opportunities. Whereas if you're stagnant on the bottom, if you're not moving off the bottom, nothing good can come from that.
Absolutely not. And I know you've been on top of somebody that's got great hips, and just trying to follow that, it will wear you out.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So this is Zayden Cunningham.
And Dante Poloni from Hardin, so here at 182. So
been around Zayden a lot, and his dad is a really wonderful contributor to the wrestling programs of Belgrade. Zayden has really developed here. That's a great,
fantastic.
Working the 2-on-1 into a nice ankle pick, putting weight on that 2-on-1 was great.
That was perfect motion. That was really good.
Yeah, looking good.
Yeah, and he had an older brother, Russell. I was able to coach Raven, I believe, all 4 years of his high school career, so that was fun.
Yeah.
And got to know the Cunninghams well, and Zayden was always around. But
yeah, it's been neat to see him come in and grind, as a young kid, 7th, 8th grader, coming in and letting freshmen beat up on him.
Yeah.
But sure enough, it seems like just watching him right now, it's really paid off.
Yeah, and he's a very solid wrestler. He participates in the band as well, so very active in the school, which that's a huge time commitment. So, and in order to be on the mat, with our grade requirements, gotta be a student as well. So, a lot to be said for that, and still to come out and perform. And it's like he's got that cross face going for a crate. No, he's going for a butcher there.
Really grinding on him. There we go. Bust him down.
Oh, yeah.
Just got to keep breaking those hips down, though.
Yeah.
Don't want to give up anything here. We don't want to give that up.
Yeah, it's, and that's probably a little middle school stuff filtering up still.
Yep.
You get to some higher level guys, that's not going to be go-to stuff. But back to that 2-on-1, weighing heavy on that.
That clock management, like you're talking about, Bert, is the 40 seconds left in the period and giving up that escape. But back in on a shot here. Got a good single leg. There we go. Got to get that takedown. There we go. Nice, right to the chop and jam. Keep him weight on him. He's riding him well.
Yeah. And he came right out of the gate going for that lockup with a good takedown. So whether he was on that second takedown, again, being a student of the sport, knowing short time, he just gave up an escape. Either way, he's aggressive and getting after it. Yeah,
and really, giving up that escape, hindsight here, looking at the match, he's dominating him on his feet. So hopefully that continues to be the case. If he does give up another escape, he can take him down again.
And that was a pretty active first period. And, he looks like he's holding himself pretty well, being
for big guys especially.
Yeah.
And that's a tough position as a freshman, coming in weighing 182 pounds as a freshman. That's challenging. Sometimes you're facing 17, 18-year-old kids that are already almost men, and that's a challenging place to be as a freshman. So,
yeah, and I'm of the opinion you get that 82, used to be 189, then there was 195. Now we have the 205 and the 82. We had 215, 220. Anywhere in there, you get that combination of strength and speed. That's a dangerous individual.
Yes, it is.
Those are going to be, in my opinion, some of your most gifted. There it is.
There it is.
Some of those most gifted individuals physically. And Mason Jacobson up next is one of those. But that was a great fall by
wonderful
by Zayden. That's awesome. So that puts Belgrade up 18-12.
Yeah, he worked hard for that. Really just kept coming at him. Saw some really great stuff, some good technique in there.
So this should be interesting. We have Jess Murdoch versus Mason Jacobson. I'm not sure about Jess Murdoch, but I know there's a whole line of Murdochs out of Hardin that have been pretty successful wrestlers. I don't know if this is a brother, cousin, what, but Mason, again, a freshman, but he's one of those big, powerful 215 pounds. I mean, you just look at him and see he's an athletic individual.
Yeah, you don't often see quads like that on a freshman in high school.
Yeah, he spent a lot of time in the football season logging some varsity hours too. So,
and Dad's assistant coach here at the Belgrade program.
Yeah, he's got some throws in his. It looks like he's trying to lock up, but the Murdochs that I know are also some throwers. So this could be. There it was. He tried.
That's a little bit of a freshman mistake.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got to get him moving a little bit more. Got to get him unbalanced a little bit more to do that.
And I think he can work his way out of there good.
Yep. Hard, though, giving up those 5 right away is going to make it. Now he's got to grind to come back. But that's the family business, I think. Seems like he's definitely prepared to do that. And there he does.
And
great job escape.
Re-attack.
Yeah, great job escape. Take down right away.
He did not get awarded near fall, so it looks like, according to the scoreboard, so it looks like so they're calling for that changeover, which suck him back in.
Yep. So if he can drag him back in the white.
I've said it probably 3 or 4 times, but I will tell you, I've seen that, been working that in practice too, and it is, as a coach, when you go over stuff over and over and over stuff in the wrestling room and it doesn't translate to the mat, you want to beat your head against the wall. But these guys,
they're doing it. They're doing it.
It's happening on the mat.
And part of that is the youth, especially with these last few kids that we've seen. You've got freshmen that are teachable. They're coachable kids. They're wanting to learn. I know.
Got to be. Yeah.
I know Cunningham and Jacobson are coming from. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Another big fall. That really starts to take a toll on Hardin as far as the overall team score goes.
Absolutely.
Nice recovery there.
That was, and as he develops that those throws on higher skilled guys, man, you know, I mean, we've locked him a few times, and I put a wrong pressure on, and, you know, we're just rolling around with him in the room, and it's fun with a guy that knows how to throw, you know.
It is.
End up where you don't want to end up, but he's a fun one.
So here's another young Panther, right? Conkle, what year's Conkle?
Well, I think he's a junior.
Oh, he is junior.
Yeah,
okay, so
I think, yeah, I believe he might have some little guy wrestling experience. Not 100% positive, but I do know last year he wrestled.
Okay.
And, you know, he's a grinder.
Good.
Definitely a competitor. I was
And
talking
this,
to, go ahead.
Oh, this is just that Hardin heavyweight. He is a extremely large kid.
Yeah.
Tall, pretty bulky. Just pushing on each other right now, trying to establish some position here. Hardin's got that underhook on Conkle. Conkle's got to be careful there.
Yeah.
He's getting the corner on him pretty good, but
Clamping on that pretty decent. Yeah, I've rolled around with Conkle some in the room too.
yeah.
More drilling and, you know, a little bit of live wrestling, but there we go. We bellied out. That was a hard-fought takedown.
And Conkle plays football as well?
Yeah, so I was talking with Coach Talon Taylor today in the locker room at lunch. Coach Taylor is a student teacher now with us. I've been, you know, coaching for a number of years with the basketball and football teams. But he said Conkle's probably their best defensive lineman this year.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, he's no slouch.
Got a brother that's a Bobcat, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Braden Conkle.
Starting Bobcat this year.
Absolutely, yeah.
And got a lot of playing time last year,
Yeah.
So he's got to work here. We've got to take down. And like I said, this kid, Preston Bad Bear, that's not a bad wrestling name.
That's a pretty good one.
Bad Bear is a pretty large kid and puts him on his back, and that's all she wrote.
There it is. So it looks like we finished out the first half of the match. We won't have an intermission, but if we were at intermission, it would be 24-18, Belgrade leading, heading back down to 103. And this will be interesting to see what Hardin brings to the mat. They have traditionally had pretty decent lightweights, what I found. And,
yeah. So here we are at 3. Coach Kinnaman's son, Dyson Kinnaman, and Dalton Duncan for Hardin. Look, from just looking at them, they look pretty equally matched.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like so. Dyson's a freshman. It looks like Dalton could be maybe a year or two ahead. He's just got a little more definition in there.
Yeah, I feel like I saw him last year. I'm not positive.
Yeah. And to be honest with you, you know that look when you see somebody that's cut a decent chunk of weight?
Yeah. Yeah.
He has that look just about him, just a little bit.
Yeah, he may be working to get down there to 3, which is quite often the case for those older kids. Gets in on the takedown pretty quick here on Dyson.
I don't know what he's doing with that half on the far side. We'll see.
No, he's trying to stack him up there is what he's trying to do, it looks like. But Dyson's, we got to watch that shoulder.
Yeah, we do.
We go.
I don't like that elbow or shoulder where that is. That's a tough position to be in, and, you know.
Referees are trying to get over there and keep an eye on it.
Yeah. And again, you know, sitting up here saying, well, how'd you get in that? Well, when you're wrestling, you know, certain wrestlers, you find yourself in that position.
Yeah, right.
We've all been there, and it's not fun.
Well, and pretty evident that Duncan runs that on a pretty regular basis.
Yeah.
So, all right, well, we're right back tied up. Team score here, 24-24.
And we're going to have 2 opens at 113, so we'll go straight up to 120.
Yeah, so at 13, Belgrade would have that spot filled. Matt Foley had a concussion at the Charles Russell tournament, and that has put him out of commission for the bit. But fortunately, Hardin's open at that weight as well, so that's deletes itself there. And now we've got Keith Pretty Weasel and Roy de Guzman, and boy, Roy sure has been fun to watch and has a lot of heart, really gets after it.
Yeah, I'm a big Roy fan. He moved away for a little bit last year. I think he was able to finish the season, if I remember correctly, but they moved away and he moved back this year, which I was glad to see. I really like Roy. And that was a nice.
That's a great
another
shot.
Nice one, just very smooth. He's an athletic. He's an athletic guy. That nice cut over. Let's see. We got to finish this.
Got it.
There it is.
There we go.
Very nice.
Yeah, Roy, when he gets in on the legs, really does a good job of working to finish, it seems like. That's for sure. I got to work with him as a JV coach, and Roy would always, when he hit his shots, he would really work to finish them.
Yeah, and it looked like it was that first shot he took, looked like a quick reshot on that too, which you can't say enough about that. You know.
Yeah, working.
Immediately going into that reshot.
Yeah, working off of a single and then back over into a double leg there, and that's great that he can make that transition. 46 seconds here in the first. De Guzman working hard on top.
He's doing a good job not letting any space in there either.
Yeah, good job chasing it. Hips, keeping the forward pressure on him.
Oh, that was
with 30 seconds here, we got. It's all right. So here we go. Gave up that escape. Now if Roy can get back on that shot again, working some wrist control.
They keep giving up shots that last quarter of a period. That's going to give Coach Dello a coordinator. That'll be
yeah. So there's a shot by De Guzman. Not in a good position right now. Got to be careful here to work out of there. There we go.
Yeah, and then the way they've been running that near cradle, they'll go straight from that headlock to a near cradle. If nothing else, maybe get a quick takedown.
So 2-1 De Guzman with the takedown. Pretty Weasel with the escape. De Guzman defers, Pretty Weasel takes down. So
chop.
He's already, Pretty Weasel hitting that sit, trying to get out of there. De Guzman's lost his hips there. Pretty Weasel ties it up with an escape.
Both of those escapes, he's explosive hips. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, he works well off the bottom.
Both these guys need to adjust that stance.
Yeah.
Oh, there
it was.
There it was.
Coming out of there. Both guys are getting pretty straight leg. That's always a position issue on the mat.
Yeah, that's a tough thing as a high school wrestler to master. Is you stay in that stance all practice, don't come out of it.
Yep.
When you're drilling, so you just come off the mat, you're back in your stance wrestling, and it translates over. But nonetheless,
he's attacking.
He's getting in, yeah.
Yeah, if Roy can set that shot up better, he'll get it. And the great thing is, again, the re-attack. He hits that shot a little far away that time. Uh-oh. So we hit our shot, but nice defense.
Yeah.
45 seconds here in the second period, tied up 2-2. It's a big match, tied up. Team score 24-24. And looking at the roster here, it looks like we've got 2 full matches left. So this is actually a really big impact here.
Yeah. So I think it comes down to however it's done, somebody has to win 2 matches.
Looks like we
might want to stop the clock.
Yeah. So looks like Hardin was awarded a 2-point takedown there. But that's why we've got 2 referees on the mat. Looks like that takedown was given out of bounds.
Back to neutral with 30 seconds left. The clock reset there.
So 20 seconds here. Either man scores here, puts him in a good position for the third period.
Oh.
It's a good shot. Got to work to finish it, though, quick.
Plenty of time.
10 seconds here. There he is. He steps over. Now, if he can get that arm out of there. Driving in. There it is. Double it off, and he gets it.
Huge.
That's a big takedown for De Guzman. Sticks with it on those shots. That's the thing that I've always enjoyed about Roy is he's tenacious off the bottom, persistent. He'll keep coming at you.
Yeah, that was fun. That was good.
And if my recollection serves me well, Roy does a nice job off the bottom. So this is a good position for him to be in, up 2, and gets to choose the bottom position here.
Yeah.
Got to watch that cradle. This kid's a little taller than him, so we got to watch that cradle.
Great wrist control.
Yeah. That looks good. That looks like we're going to be getting that escape.
That was a great job getting that takedown at the end of the period. For the life of me, I will never understand why Wrestlers would just let a period ride out, you know, just give it a shot, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, you're still wrestling. Oh, that's what we didn't want.
Yeah, we got to keep our head away from our knee.
Yeah, just break that grip.
A lot of time here. Roy's got to really straighten out and break those hands. Got to get underneath.
Yeah.
Looks like he's fighting it on the high side. Oh, might have it loose. No. Got to straighten that leg out if he can, get long. He's got it broke. He's got it broke. There we go. Now we're in good position.
Okay.
Nice. He might pull him over the top.
I enjoy getting those scramble positions right there. I just feel very comfortable there.
Got to be smart here.
Well,
there we go. Shake him. There we go. That's it. Right back to the double leg.
That was great. Man, that was good.
Yeah, shook him off, hit the waist, drove right into it. Up 4 now with a minute left. De Guzman on top.
Didn't stop. That was fun to see.
Okay, coming back for a fresh start. Yeah.
Coach Delwo, did he just opt for neutral?
Yeah, which, you know, it's been looking like Pretty Weasel was going to get the escape anyway. That's been pretty standard. We just got to work here. Even if we give up a takedown, Roy should be in a good position, being up 3.
Yeah.
Pretty Weasel's really got to put the pressure on here.
So yeah, I like, if I'm going to let somebody up, I'm going to make them work their way up. That was
that's great
nice.
drill by. Nice.
That was nice. But you know what I mean. I'm going to go optional. I'm going to. They're not standing up easy.
Get right after him, right. So here we go. De Guzman's looking good. Up 5. If he could get up 8, gets another team point.
There's Delwo after the clock. Let's see, so we're up. Yeah, we're up 5.
I am right. My memory serves me right on that, right? 8 points is a major decision.
That's correct.
Yeah. So that's a distinguishing factor of 4 points versus 3 points on a team score.
You know,
and right now, that's a big deal. With 2 matches left, you know, that could be a deciding factor in it. So we go back on our feet. De Guzman opts to go neutral. It's a good shot.
A good position there, too. If he could have been able to cut that back, hit a little more mat on that.
Roy's one of those guys, it doesn't look like he's changed a bit in 2 years now. He's same build. Same, you know, real lean, strong kid. 5 seconds here. It looks like De Guzman's going to come out of this with the victory.
So up 4 and finishes on a shot. That's awesome.
Yep.
That's great.
Nice to see kids going after it like that.
Yeah.
So it's going to change up our team score. Belgrade's going to go up 27-24. And we're down to the last 2 matches now. So we're at 126 with Nate Rowe for the Panthers, Wyatt Harmer for Hardin.
Nate's been around the program for a few years here and there, in and out. I think he had some middle school wrestling experience.
Yeah, I recognize.
Little guy.
Yep. Hardin in there on a good shot right away. That was a good shot for that Harmer kid. Nate's got to build his base here. Eesh. Yeah. Ran that up a little high.
Yeah. 9 times out of 10, nothing's going to come of that, but it's better to be safe than sorry. So once you get that in the wrong position and put pressure on it, it can get ugly quick.
Yeah, for those longer, skinnier guys, a lot of times those shoulders get right up over their heads, and sometimes it looks like it's painful, but sure enough, it doesn't end up being such a big deal very often. Harmer really heavy on him, gets the fall. So it's a little bit of a challenge now for Belgrade. It puts Hardin up 30-27 in the team score. So team score wise, if Belgrade can put together just, if anything, and this is actually a great position to be in considering who we've got out there. Brennan Gill, great wrestler coming from Park County.
They're off to some fire early, both of them. Yeah, Hunter, Papsataki. But we got a good scramble. But it's like, ooh. Oh,
wow, getting some near fall there. That was big.
He's got that leg split. Wants to pull him back in.
Yeah, there he goes. Sucking it back up right there. Looking for that.
Go.
Yeah,
there
looking for that cross cradle. There we go.
His toes in. Get nothing else, we get some near fall. But both those guys came out in position. And Brendan Gill's one that you're going to just watch him when he's on his feet. He's in great position and attack.
Yeah,
he's
getting after it.
They both have some pretty heavy hands, and that's my favorite. I love just laying hands.
Yeah, Gill's got a little height on him, but Hunter looks like a pretty stout kid.
Yeah, and Brendan, it was a shame last year. I think injury cut him short at the end of the year, just at divisional state time. I don't remember exactly the circumstances, but
there it is. Yeah, he does a great job of splitting those legs, breaking him down, splitting those legs, and here we are looking to, scoring near fall again.
So I can't tell if he's holding three. Has he been? It looks like he is.
Yeah, seems like at this point has to be. Looking for a fall here. If Gill gets the fall, that gives the Panthers the dual victory.
Yeah, and that repositioning, well, he got it broke. That's okay. Yep, he got his three. So we're looking at 7-2.
Yeah. Quick.
That was nice.
Quick hip change.
Man, no space in there and just re-attack. That was fun.
That was a big deal for Gill to keep control there. Real close to an escape.
And I think he's looking at the other. I don't recall Papsataki getting two. That's correct. So it's 7-0. So Brendan Gill's been in control all match.
And puts Belgrade 1 point closer to having the victory of the duel, no matter what there.
Yeah.
Gill, again, just strong on the top, real deep tight waist, working on Papsataki there.
Yeah.
Grinding forward on him, switching it up, trying to suck him back.
Yeah.
And Hunter, Papsataki almost got away with that short, quick sit previously, but it feels like Gill's made the adjustment there. Got a good cross wrist.
He's got it split.
Yep. He's got that.
Come back and cross face that. Doesn't look like we're going to get a score here, but let's not let him go either.
There we go.
Excellent first period by Brendan Gill.
Yeah, really strong on top there. Okay, so we defer it.
That always concerns me when you're down 70 and somebody chooses neutral. I immediately go on the lookout for a throw.
Yeah, that's from a coaching perspective, absolutely. Gill right on the attack, though. And if you're gonna choose neutral, it seems like you better be the one trying to score, and it definitely doesn't look like that right now.
Absolutely.
Gill's the attacker.
And you watch his steps. First step, he's in.
Yep. Papsataki's getting tired. You can tell he's getting worn down a little bit and backing up.
And that's the other thing. I like to coach for wrestlers to keep our heels at the center circle. So we're controlling that center circle. And, Brendan's doing a good job of reestablishing that.
Yep.
He just circled out a little bit there. He's going to circle back in here.
There it is. Circling back in.
That's good.
Using the edge. Yeah,
good.
So referee's going to go ahead and hit Papsataki for stalling because he's just backing up too much. Coach Dobo's calling for that.
Hunter did not like that, but it was perfectly legal. Just getting a little physical, but it's as physical as it gets,
Yeah, it's a contact sport.
Just get that head position back to that underhook. There we go. We're resetting a little bit.
Second period, minute left. Gill really putting the pressure on. Got a stalling call on Papsataki. And looking to widen the gap here a little bit. Widening the gap is going to be what Belgrade needs to get the victory in the dual team score. Referee's going to call him back to center and have a chat with them here. They're popping each other a little bit. Yeah. A little bit of a sparring match rather than a wrestling match at this point. They're jabbing each other in the face. Now they're going to work to the headbutt instead of the jab.
Yeah, that's right. They know how the drill goes.
Oh, that's a snap.
Yeah.
Both guys are trying to snap, and there's the throw. Like you said, there's the throw. And that's a big change in this match. That
is
7-5 match now if he gets the 3 near fall, which it sure looks like he has. He's holding the 3.
Yeah.
So now we're 7-5 match. Gil has got, good job. That's a real big deal.
Escape is big here. Because criteria-wise, that's going to be, we don't have the stats here, but we'll have to go to criteria if this goes to a decision and Gil is able to pull out the victory. But
putting those legs in.
Nothing. He's got nothing. He's counting. That's not good.
No.
Short time.
Oh, we do not want to give up.
Hopefully he only got that. Yeah.
Did he get the full 3? I think he
got
did
2 because he started counting again.
2 near fall.
So
tied up. Boy, this is a barn burner. This turn.
Let's see how he responds.
I picked the right night to come to color.
Yeah, that's right. That was an excellent throw.
It was really nice. I mean, he hit the shot. There was some snapping going on, and just really popped that lateral on him. Got him off balance.
Anybody's susceptible to it. I remember my junior year was the first time I got really thrown, and then ever since then been really sensitive to waiting, to feeling it out. It takes one good throw, and
Yeah.
And you pin that, get your knees in, pin that. Not in a bad position.
So Gil's in a position now to score if he can elevate that leg and switch his hips. Yep. If he can switch his hips, he's got to get there. And the fatigue starting to show on Gil.
Yeah.
Getting after Pops Tacky was really beneficial for him, but now the fatigue's starting to set in.
Now, here's what we got is we need an escape. That stall could come into major play if Brendan's, if he starts thinking about it. And I wish he'd start going for that escape instead of that. Instead of that.
This could be trouble.
Instead of that reversal. He's got to get you.
Both legs in for Pops Tacky. That's tough to work out of. Pops Tacky, impressively, is really working to try to get near fall here, and could have just sat there with the legs.
Yeah.
He's got to be careful.
So it looks like we're going to be at 12-8.
12-8, and Pops Tacky,
11-8.
he should hit him for stalling again right now. That's, of course, a coach talking right there. But Pops Tacky standing off the mat, catching his breath, and that's not part of wrestling.
We need to shoot him off the mat a time or two, get a stall call, and then a takedown.
Yep. 3 points here, 40 seconds. Interesting there. Pops Tacky takes a headbutt.
Yeah, I think his lungs are hurt, if we're going to be honest about that. And again, we've all been there, but
I think you're absolutely right. The headbutt
down there.
The headbutt was more of an opportunity to step off and catch his breath.
Yeah.
But this is, I'll tell you what a stellar finish to a really good duel.
Yeah.
These teams are really equally matched as far as at least, overall team matchup. There's been a lot of falls tonight, very few decisions. And this is a wonderful finish, because if this ends up in a fall, I'll be surprised. Although they're both tired enough at this point that that's definitely the possibility.
Yeah. We'll see if we recover from that headbutt. Backing up to me.
Yep, right off the whistle.
You back up right off the whistle, it should be deemed stalling.
Yep.
That's one thing I have little tolerance for.
Yep.
But and again, well, that's tough. I'm getting pushed off the mat. There it is.
Coach Delbo's calling for it. Coach Delbo's calling for it. So here we are. We're 9. Gil's down 9-11 to Pops Tacky. There's 29 seconds left in the match.
And now we got a hit gear issue. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I'm not saying any of that.
No.
Again, we've all been there.
Yep. And backing up again. Gil's on the shot.
Yeah.
Gil's looking to potentially throw now.
Yeah.
Because it's desperation time. 23 seconds left. Pops Tacky, if he was smart, could circle and time this out.
Yeah.
Just got to circle and move here. Gil's got to put on the attack.
Shoot. He's got a great toolbox. He's got to go after it.
Too late. Yep. Had to pressure there. Too tired.
Yeah.
Oh, hard to watch that finish.
That was hard. So your Hardin Bulldogs are going to be the match winners with a 33-27 victory. Yeah, Brennan Gill's going to probably wear that one for a while. He's not going to be happy about that. Hopefully he can get that out of his head as he goes into Tom LaProuse tomorrow.
Yeah, and you know, this time of year, we're basically midway, and a match like that can really make a kid's season if he handles it well. You know, that type of match can really put a fire back under a kid that can finish strong now for the rest of the season. And he's definitely got the capability of doing that.
Yeah, and you know as well as I do, if you can get a mid-season loss or two out of your head, learn from it and get better when you need to at divisionals and state.
There you go.
That's the only thing that matters.
There you go.
So it looks like we got a couple of sub-varsity matches here. We'll just let it roll for these. We're not sure who's wrestling, but we'll give you what we got on the commentary and enjoy some more wrestling.
Yeah, I'm glad to see that we've got a few extra JV matches.
So we got, is that Coulter coming back out again?
I think it is.
And you know, again, also that every chance you get a wrestler on the mat, that's better. So not a bad old snatch there. Keeping that leg split in a little, almost like a little navy there.
Yeah, I agree with you. Mat time, you know, as a coach, you're looking to get kids mat time.
Yeah.
Especially the younger ones, the less experienced ones. And this is really important to get back out on the mat. You know, Coulter had a tough match there. And for him to get back out there now and get after it again really is going to benefit him down the road. Working the hand control there to avoid that far side cradle, which, like you said, the Bulldogs, that's their go-to, it seems like. They're riding that far side cradle a lot.
Yeah.
And there he is. He's doing a good job of handling that hand now. Yeah, this is good. It looks like we've got another, we've got somebody else over here on the Panther sidelines warming up, so it looks like we're going to have another opportunity to get to see some wrestling here.
Looks like a bigger guy. Can't tell if that's Bad Bear or not over there. The heavyweight might get Enrique.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Might be getting a match.
They matched up last year, so chance for Enrique to come back and.
Yeah.
Oh, there.
Let's see what.
Get that head up.
How this unfolds. There it was.
There you go.
Yeah.
You got her broke. Good job. Now get that leg back. Get your whizzer in there. Here we go. Keep kicking that leg out. This is the kind of experience that really helps kid improve here.
Yeah, you know, you can live wrestle all you want in practice, and you can get better. But actually getting out on the mat is, you know, in a live match with an opponent you don't wrestle every day of the week.
Yep.
That helps tremendously.
People in the stands watching.
Yeah.
Spotlight on you.
Yeah, you're in your singlet.
It means official. A little bit more.
Yeah.
And then just getting in positions that, you know, you just getting to be in those positions over and over and over again help. Trying to suck him back there.
Yeah. He just rotate down and snatch that arm. Might have a little better chance, but now he's getting in bad position.
Yeah. So forward pressure here. He's need to dig those toes in. Trying to work an ankle pick to break his hips. There you go. Switching it back up to a spiral. Well, I thought he's stacking him right up.
Yeah.
Push that head under.
Just keep driving.
Man, if he keeps elevating that elbow.
Yeah.
Run.
Don't do that.
If he can run around that head, he's got to swing him back out front.
Oh. That was a good opportunity we just almost had executed.
Yeah, and he's really, you know, riding him, getting after him here. Trying a lot of different stuff. I've seen him try to run a spiral there. He is trying to run that far wrist and the half there, picking the ankle. Gets a little high on him. Okay, so if we can bring him flat here, I'll tell you what, you know, if Coulter can stay with this and keep the pressure on, there he is. He breaks him flat. And now he's flat, some big steps. He's going to turn him.
He's got to believe. He's got to keep pushing with that.
Yep.
Just go with it.
Yep, you got to outrun him.
Oh!
Got to outrun him.
There it is.
There it is. Okay, so now 20 seconds left.
That might be it.
He's got to sink that elbow deep and
there we go.
When you see the legs flopping.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you know, the first 15 seconds of that match didn't look too promising for Coulter, but
and that's back to like we were talking about. That mat time is crucial. You know, you go out, you take a fall the first time you step on the mat, and then you get to go back out there and get a fall.
Absolutely.
You know, that's builds character. That's what this sport is all about. You know, stepping back on the mat after a challenging match and going back out and putting your effort back out there again and getting a win.
Absolutely. Looks like we got Colby Rockwell. He's not wrestling Bad Bear, so that's good.
I'll tell you what, it's been a real delight to watch this kid develop.
Absolutely.
You know, some kids come into the wrestling program blessed with a physique that lends itself to the sport, and Colby has worked hard as an athlete, both on the soccer field and in this wrestling program, following the footsteps of a couple brothers. And I almost didn't recognize him this year. He has leaned down and put on muscle and has just really stuck with it. It's great to see.
Yeah. 3 great kids. You know, I had the opportunity to coach the 2 older brothers, and you know, Colby was always around.
Yep.
But like you said, he really grew up a lot over the last year physically, and you know, that's not just growth. That's, you know, hard work and you know, the desire to improve.
Yeah, almost has a mustache.
He's getting there. He will arrive one day.
Yeah. So lifting that leg out, and if he can keep his knees up and keep sitting up there, he may be out.
Yeah, he might be.
Just there it is. Still got him up high. Shaking him. If he can shake him up front, reel him underneath. Just start grabbing for stuff. There it is.
Did he go like? I don't know if it's locked.
Got the reversal.
He's got that. He's got to thread it through.
If he can keep that far arm, there he goes. He's got that far arm out there, extending it out. Just keep getting chest to chest. Solid pressure on him. He's got the near fall. There it is. Just keep walking it. There it is. Got to settle his chest back. He's working to get there. Squeezing it. Boy, that's tight. He's got that elbow deep there.
That's what I prefer.
Right back to it, though.
Yeah. Walk that hand out there. Get that left hand out there. Put his fingers on the mat and walk him a little bit. But that's okay.
That looked great.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to have seen him go to that a little earlier, even after he got that near fall. I don't like holding the wrist there, but again, I'm not out there, and sometimes you're in there and you feel a little better.
And so now Hardin defers. Rockwell gets to take the down position, which is great for him. Chance to get some more points off the bottom there. And again, just so great to see a kid that, you know, Colby's definitely put in his fair amount of mat time and has had the courage to keep stepping back out there. It's easy to quit, you know, over the years with the challenges and the difficulties of wrestling. It's easy to give it up and
grind.
And he comes with a good attitude and is just a great teammate to the guys and everything else. So jamming that up in his hip, If you can keep walking that over.
That far wrist.
Go back to that half. Yep.
Yeah.
Go right back to it. There it is. He's got it tucked again. I'd really love to see him go back to the half. He can run that. Keep it tight to your chest. There it is. Settling down. That's all she wrote. That was great.
Excellent.
That was great to see. Here we go. So,
all right.
Ruiz and Bad Bear. And
I
this
like
is
Enrique a lot. He's a good kid. Works hard.
Great kid. This is David and Goliath.
Yeah.
I'd like to see.
Word out of him.
Yeah.
Quiet as can be.
He
He's a
is.
super good kid.
Yep. And same scenario that we were just talking about with Rockwell. Just a hard worker, good kid that keeps showing up, and no matter how it turns out, has a good attitude. And boy, you can take a lot away from this sport without having to be a state champ.
Absolutely. Yeah. You know, there's a former wrestler in the crowd, and he had his son sign up tonight for little guy. Reminds me of that. You know, it's 99% of the high school wrestling. Wrestling does more for the wrestler than the wrestler does for wrestling, and it's awesome to coach your John Mearses, your Brendan Gills, your Dagans. You know, those kids that you challenge and they come out. And, you know, Tino, the kid I was talking about earlier, he's not a kid anymore. He graduated probably 4 or 5 years ago. I really enjoyed coaching Tino. I've stayed in touch with him. I saw him tonight signing his son up, and had another individual, Jordan Murillo. He came out his senior year, and man, you could tell it was tough. Man, that was probably one of the toughest things he did in his life, and it's just fun to see that and see kids push themselves through stuff.
There's nobody else to blame in this sport. You know, you're out there, you're alone. You know, you occasionally hear a kid blame the referee, but this sport takes a lot of that out of there. There's not much a referee can do to change a match.
Yeah.
And so when you get up and get off the mat, it's on your shoulders. And for Ricky to come back out there and step on the mat time and time again and keep working and have a good attitude, it's just a phenomenal thing.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you know, whether it's the best team or the worst team, there's probably not an easy wrestling room out there. So
No.
You step into it, you're paying some dues one way or another.
Yep. Teaches hard work. You know, if you're a parent sitting at home and you don't have a kid wrestling, I highly recommend you get them out there, because there's not a better sport out there that develops character, you know, belief in yourself.
Absolutely.
You know, when you're sweating and working and getting beat up or even beating up on somebody, no matter how it goes, the character that gets developed in this sport is actually above and beyond any that I've seen at the high school level.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'll never forget. I've told him since. I started wrestling my freshman year in high school, and there was a senior, David Wilkerson, and I was not going to wrestle my sophomore year. I mean, I just got pounded every match. And he said, and I'll never forget this, you'll be doing yourself a great disservice if you don't go back and wrestle. And I mean, it's shaped my life. I've coached for 10 years, you know, wrestled the rest of the way through high school, and would not trade that for pretty close to anything. So
yeah. Well, and it transitions to everything else in your life. Difficulties start to become a fair amount more manageable after you've experienced the difficulties on a wrestling mat.
Absolutely. It reveals a lot about yourself. So.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, this has been fun.
Yep.
I'd like to see the Panthers come out on top, but Hardin earned that one.
Yeah, that was a barn burner.
It was awesome. So thank everyone for tuning in. We really enjoyed this. We will be back with the Class A duels, I believe the weekend of the 18th and 19th. Always an excellent event. We again have every Class A team coming this year, so it's 22 total teams. As you saw, our sportsmanship awards were just awarded to Kevin Aiken, and I did not catch the name of the individual from Hardin, but that's something we do. We value sportsmanship very much. But again, thank everyone for tuning in. Thank sponsors. I'm sure I'll leave somebody out, but Yellowstone Vacations, Taco Time, Big Sky Bravery. And I know I'm leaving some out, and I apologize, but just want to thank everybody, and we'll see you at the next event.
Very good. Thanks.